Recording the session. So welcome. You guys are here for Lunch with Launch. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things today. We're excited to meet with you guys. My name is Mark Brickley. I am the assistant principal here at Launch Virtual Academy. I'm joined by the fantastic Miss Nicole Neeb, who is our ASB advisor. And today for the agenda, we will talk about the end of Q2, final grades, what incomplete grades look like, what they are, and what opportunities your student has to still make up that credit. We'll also be talking about other winter learning opportunities from credit acceleration, continuation, and recovery. We'll also be looking at the third quarter information, and we'll also be giving you ASB information. We'll talk about school IDs, the process for submitting a photo and school IDs, as well as our end of quarter celebration. And then at the end of the meeting, we'll open up to a Q&A session where you can can ask questions, whatever you would like, that we'll be able to answer at that point. All right, now Ms. Neeb does have other obligations, so I'm actually going to be moving the ASB piece up to the very beginning. And again, she'll be talking about essentially what the process will look like for school IDs and the end of quarter celebration that is coming up next week. So, Ms. Neeb, whenever you are ready, please take it away.
Yes. So I did want to just touch base about last night's award ceremony. Our plan is, all things going correctly, is that we will have another ceremony there because that space worked really nicely. I felt that it was simple, but that we really were able to honor the students' academic success, and that's kind of our goal, is to have a little bit of consistency there. So congratulations to anybody's student who was able to attend, and thank you so much for attending. A couple of things that we have coming up is our end of quarter celebration that my students have been working in ASB really hard on, and they'll be doing lots of work on in the next week. That is next Thursday here at Mission Control on 2nd Avenue, and that's from approximately 1 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We aim to provide an opportunity for students to celebrate that they've finished Q2, and also to socialize in a really nice, safe environment wherein they have games and activities they can engage in that just like kind of pushes them into a little bit of a social aspect with their students, their fellow students, and with their teachers and staff as well. And so that will be taking place at the end of quarter celebration. That's here at Mission Control. Our theme is Winter Wonderland, so it'll be all winter kind of themed activities, and as well as a lunch provided for everyone. So we're really looking forward to that. If you can encourage your student to come, and what I've been asking of ASB students and our staff here is to extend those invitations, because that personal touch generally makes a difference. So I wanted to talk to you about that. Mr. Brickley, did you want me to mention, or were you going to show about school IDs and pictures, or?
Yes, actually, I'm prepared to show that information as soon as you're ready to start talking about it. So would you like me to do that now?
Sure.
Okay. So if you go to our Skyrocket newsletter, there is a section here that Ms. Neeb is now going to talk about. So thank you, Ms. Neeb.
So I don't know, a few weeks ago, we had a whole week where students could come in and have their picture taken by one of our staff members who's a photographer, so that they could get their photo generally for the yearbook, and also an ID card. We have an ID card maker, and so we opened that up. However, not all of our student population was able to do that, and so now we have created this opportunity that, given some parameters, and there are the instructions for this, that students can take their own picture or have someone take it and send it in digitally, and an ID card will be printed for them for pickup, and their picture will also be placed in the yearbook. And so this is the opportunity in the Skyrocket newsletter. We have it posted here with instructions, and there's a Google form where you can submit the picture. So I just wanted to see if that makes sense, or if you have any questions about that process. We're really trying to make sure that we expand and make it accessible for all of our students.
And then also, since we have it right here, do you want to maybe talk about one more opportunity for students to interact as we head towards the end
Yes,
of the quarter?
yes, of course. So tomorrow we are hosting an ASB, the Pause and Hot Cocoa and Winter Treats. So this is addressing some social emotional concerns of just de-stressing a little bit before finishing up courses, taking final exams. This is sponsored by our Be Well Academy, which is our behavioral health and wellness academy that many students are involved in here at Launch Virtual Academy, and we're having service dogs. It's the program is called Love on a Leash, and we're having service dogs here, and then providing some cookies and hot cocoa, so that it's a kind of a decompression, nice activity. And the dogs are adorable. If your student would like to attend this, we ask that everyone complete the permission slip. Additionally, I will have hard copies should student show up and need to have that permission signed really quick. I will have hard copies of that. So permission slip, that activity will be here at Launch Mission Control, Launch Virtual Academy, in the ASB room with our pups, and then outside with our snacks.
All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Is there any other ASB announcements that you have?
Oh, probably up in my brain. No, I think that's it for now. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Neeb.
Yeah. I just
does anyone, before
Ms.
Neeb leaves, because she is going to be stuck. Yeah, exactly. She's going to be stepping out. Normally, she's able to stay for the entire time, but we have other events going on right now on campus. So if there's any questions for Ms. Neeb before she steps out, by all means, if you would like to ask now is the time.
Yes, Beatriz.
Because they do not hold those topics.
You hear me?
Now I can. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. I don't know if you can answer this question or
Ms. Tapia, really quick though, just really quick. Sorry, I apologize to cut you off. Because it is being recorded. I just want to remind you that it's being recorded. So if you are asking a question, try and refrain from using personal information if it does involve your student.
It's okay.
That makes sense.
No,
yeah, I have a question about the garment for the students of 12th grade. The gown, cap and gown.
Yes.
Do we have to buy it right now, or when is the due date? And what is going to be the color for the cap and gown? Because my husband checked in the internet and it looks like it's going to be blue, but we were not sure. Who can I ask about it?
That's a great question. So in that same Skyrocket newsletter, and we should go ahead and put the link in the chat here. In our Skyrocket newsletter, it has been posted there. There's a whole senior section for our senior students. Cap and gown, if you want photographs taken and some other information. And the company that you can order from is posted there in our Skyrocket newsletter. And sooner than later, I don't think I have a due date in there as of yet, but there's the information. You can also reach out to me, and I can put my email in here in the chat as well. And yes, the color is blue.
Okay.
So I have linked the main Skyrocket newsletter, and then I'm going to link the senior newsletter, and both of those are in the chat. And all of the information that you have or that you need should be in either of those two newsletters right there.
Yes, and the primary option is to go ahead and purchase it. However, we want to make sure that all of our students are able to have the right cap and gown for our ceremony. So if there is a situation where you would like to borrow one, you can also go ahead and contact me, someone in administration, and we can make that one-on-one arrangement. So please contact us and let us know what your specific situation is, and we can make sure that it happens for your 12th grader.
Okay. Yeah, we're going to buy it, but we just wanted to make sure the color. Thank you very much.
Yes, of course.
Thank you, Ms. Tapia. Thank you. And Ms. Neeb, thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Have a great day.
You as well. Thank you. All right, so moving forward, the next announcement that we have for Lunch with Launch is the final grades that are coming up starting next week. So teachers have an obligation to turn in their grades on Wednesday, December 18th. And also our staff should be communicating with students because some teachers have different cutoffs for when they expect work to get done for them to adequately assess student work. So just keep in mind that grades are going to be due they need to have submitted grades at the latest by Wednesday, December 18th at 1 p.m. Grades will become available for families and parents and students will be able to see those grades on the Infinite Campus portal on Friday, December 20th. All right, and then final grades will also be emailed and sent home as well. All right, now one thing we do, the biggest thing we want to talk about when it comes to final grades, and this is the one thing that is unique about Launch, is how we approach F grades. Okay, so students at Launch Virtual Academy, not for the progress report, but for the final grade, if they would have received an F especially at the end of quarter 2, because if your student is in a P class, the AP classes run a little bit differently here, but at the end of quarter 2 and at the end of quarter 4, all students that would have received an F instead receive what is called an incomplete. And this is a grade that is designated with an I, okay? What it means is that the student did not complete the class. And students can continue to work on the incomplete classes during winter break, and then teachers will grade the work that has been submitted after winter break and will change the student's grade if the student then completes the class with a passing grade. If they do not complete the class with a passing grade, that's when they will not receive credit for not passing, right? So as long as they complete enough of the class to then change the grade, the teachers will then follow the process to change the grade. All right, we will also have teachers and tutors available online during the winter break, during specific days and times, which will be provided online in that newsletter, and I'll show you that information during this presentation. They'll be available to provide additional support for your students that are continuing to work on completing their classes over winter break. We also have various winter learning opportunities. So as mentioned, I talked about credit completion, and students that essentially have an incomplete or have completed less than 70% of the work may continue to work to complete their course over the winter holiday.
Virtual Academy? My camera right now.
Now, also, we have what is called credit acceleration, credit continuation, credit recovery, and credit recovery, and these are with specific classes based assessed on need. Right. So for acceleration, we are offering health, which is open to 9th through 12th grade students if they want to receive their health credit. And then for physical education 1, which means 9th grade PE, physical education 1A, which is 9th grade PE semester 1. Right, this would be credit continuation, and it is open to a 9th through 12th grade student that was unable to, for whatever reason, take their PE 1A class. We are opening up PE 2A, which is 10th grade PE semester 1, to any 10th through 12th grader. We're opening up English 10A, which is English 10 semester 1. That's what the A means, right? So semester 1 is an A credit, semester 2 is a B credit. And that is open for 10th through 12th grade students for English 10A. And then we have US History 11A, so semester 1, US History 11th grade, which is open to any 11th and 12th grader that has not yet had an opportunity to receive that credit. You may also see more information in our newsletter, and I'm actually going to show it to you guys right now. So if you go back to that same newsletter where we had all the announcements for the activities, we also have, if you go to the table of contents, we also have winter break learning opportunities, which is our high school students only. And this is the second section of the slide I was just presenting. You can get more information on the various classes and the expectations. So in order to participate in acceleration or continuation, they need to have no incompletes in quarter 2, because if they have an incomplete in quarter 2, the expectation is that they are working on credit completion instead, right? And then in terms of the days that are available, and again, this is on our Skyrocket newsletter, Week 1, December 23rd, 26th, and 27th, those 3 days, we will have teachers and tutors available. Week number 2, January 2nd and 3rd, those 2 days we'll have teachers and tutors available. And then week number 3, January 6th through 10th, those 5 days, we'll have teachers and tutors available. And that schedule will be available on a separate newsletter that we're going to create for our winter learning opportunities. But my belief is that they will be mostly open between the hours of 10 to 2 with a brief break for lunch. Okay, so that is the winter learning opportunities, and we may expand those hours depending on need. All right, navigating back to our presentation here. We also want to preview our upcoming 3rd quarter because this is December and our next Lunch with Launch will be in January. In quarter 3 will all have already started. So the quarter officially starts for all students on January 14th. All right. You'll notice that holidays over here in the calendar are highlighted. We have 3 specific holidays occurring during the quarter. And you'll also notice that progress report dates are outlined here. So the first progress report will occur on Friday, February 7th. And the second progress report will occur on Friday, February 28th. And then the final quarter 3 grades for teachers will be due on Wednesday, March 19th, and you'll have access to the quarter 3 final grades on March 21st. Upon which spring break will commence, which will last from March 24th through April 4th. And again, the same thing, if a student needs to take advantage of credit completion to finish their course, they'll be able to do so over spring break. All right, with that, that ends and concludes our announcements. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the recording at this time and then open up to a question and answer section.